Hello everyone, this is Princess here, and for today's video we're going to talk about the next Heretics event, which is going to feature Seven's Force. We're going to talk about the Force weapon and then the boss for the Shinryu. So let's get started. So Seven's Force weapon is called the Master Whip, and this grants the Force Time exploit weakness, with her Force partner being Lloyd. I don't know what the similarity is between those two, but yeah, they're going to be Force partners. So this will inflict 3 levels of Snakebite on a target for 6 turns, and then deals a 6-hit Brave HP attack dealt 4 times. This will also grant Seven the Bondage Whip buff for 8 turns. And then for the bonuses, so you get 15% per level of Snakebite on a target, and then after the party's turn, it's when a party member uses any skill, but this excludes any triggers and launches, and then it's 30% when dealing a single target Brave attack, which again excludes triggers and launches. So overall, pretty simple, but I kind of wish there was more to this. I'll explain why later on. So for the boss, you're going to be fighting the Swarmflies again. If you don't remember, these were the bosses from Renoa's Lost chapter. The only difference is that they are going to be weak to melee attacks, and their attacks are relatively the same as before, but there are some differences. So when its HP is below 40%, it will get angry, meaning it will raise its speed and defense, and then reduces Brave recovery by 50%. And then when its HP is less than 60%, it will cancel the effects before when it uses Calms Down. And then for the small Swarmflies, so let me just go to those for a quick second. So for the small Swarmflies, they don't really do anything dangerous, but they can just lower your attack. And the difference this time around is that when you kill the smaller flies, the big boss, or like the Swarmfly, the big one in particular, the middle boss, I should say, it will respawn the smaller flies when they are killed. So yeah, not too threatening. So moving on to the boss's force gauge. For its weakness, you want to use a melee force and make sure that the enemy has a debuff or effect at 3 levels or more. So they specifically want you to use Seven's Force for this. I don't think there are other ways to improvise on it. I didn't do it myself personally. And then for the gauge, so for the whole fight, they will lower your speed by 50%. And then when their gauge is around 2 to 5 or around 50%, they will also lower your turn rate by 50%. And then when their force time is when their force gauge is at max, they will use Powder Stream plus. Yes, that's 4 pluses. And it's not anything too threatening either. So it's just an AoE magic Brave attack that will grant Brave damage resist to itself. And then for their force time, it's going to be 6 turns, and they're just going to be immortal. So yeah, not anything too dangerous, and honestly, this fight is a real pushover if you're relying on off-turn characters, because the bosses do give themselves a lot of turns. So give me a quick second. So this was my initial clear when I did this in JP. I just ran Garnet, Gladio, and Core for this. I do this team again for Warrior of Light's Intertwined Will, just going to tell you right now. And if you take a look at the turn order, and to be fair, I do have the speed passives removed on Gladio. I don't think I had him on Core for the whole time. I must probably forgot about it. But yeah, you can see the bosses grant themselves a lot of turns. So off-turn damage is really, really going to shine here. And if you can remove speed passives while also letting their gauge be above 50%, then yeah, lower speed, lower turn rate, and the bosses are practically going to kill themselves, and they're going to burn through their force time really quickly. So yeah, that's kind of what I did for this fight. I know it's kind of lazy and not everyone uses force time, off-turn damage, but that was just what I did. So now I'm going to head over to JP, and I'm going to showcase Seven's Force. I will be right back. Okay, so we're back on my JP account. So here's my 7 over here. She is completely blue, which, yes, I did do out of favoritism. She's one of my favorites in Type 0. So I have the Force weapon on her equipped, and I won't lie to you, she took a lot of my tickets when I got her. But yeah, let's just move on to the fight. And again, this is just Chapter 8 on hard mode. Alright, so here is Master Whip. So she has Bondage Whip, and the main boss has 3 levels of Snakebite for 6 turns. Now, my only The thing I don't like about her force, or the thing I wish could have been done more with, was anytime she uses Bondage Whip, I would have liked if the damage from Bondage Whip added to her bonus. So that would have been nice. Probably a little too OP, but I mean, I wouldn't mind it. But it is pretty nice though. And if you can pair her up with characters that can like do single target damage, so someone like Tifa or Leo, just anyone with like single target damage, then she can really help out. I don't know if her force can go up to max by itself. Well, I mean, like with echoes, obviously. I've never tested it out. But yeah, that's something that you could play around with. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if you will be pulling for 7's Force, and I will see you all in my next video.